Media Fact Checker. Today's Australian news. 4 stories. These are the stories in this video. Timestamps are shown if you would like to skip ahead. Story 1 of 4. Danish royals King Frederik and Queen Mary's 2024 state visit to Australia. Danish royals King Frederik and Queen Mary's 2024 state visit to Australia. All source articles are linked in the description below. Here's what every outlet agrees on. King Frederik X and Queen Mary arrived in Australia on Saturday, the 19th of October, 2024, for a 6-day state visit, the first Danish royal visit in 40 years. The royal couple's itinerary included stops in Central Australia, Uluru, Canberra, Melbourne, and Hobart, with engagements focused on diplomacy, sustainability, and cultural ties. Queen Mary was born in Tasmania, Tauranga, in 1972 and met King Frederik at the 2000 Sydney Olympics in the Slip-in Bar. They married in 2004. The royals visited the Australian War Memorial in Canberra on Monday, the 21st of October, where they laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier and met the public. King Frederik ascended to the Danish throne in January 2024 following Queen Margrethe II's abdication. This is their first official visit to Australia since his coronation. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC and Newscomau both report the royals visited the MCG in Melbourne, but only ABC mentions Queen Mary's footy skills demonstration. The Guardian notes the Danish royals' visit coincides with US President Donald Trump's campaign on Greenland, while other sources do not mention this geopolitical context. ABC and Newscomau both report the meet and greet in Hobart will occur on Hunter Street, but only ABC specifies the exact time, 4:30 p.m., and mentions bollards for crowd control. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and news.com.au. Story 2 of 4. Matildas Women's Asian Cup 2026 semi-final win over China in Perth. All source articles are linked in the description below. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The Matildas defeated China 2-1 in the Women's Asian Cup 2026 semi-final at Perth Stadium on March 17, 2026, advancing to the final against Japan or South Korea. Caitlin Foord scored the first goal for Australia in the 17th minute, assisted by Mary Fowler and Ellie Carpenter. Sam Kerr scored the match-winning goal in the second half, assisted by Caitlin Torpey and Foord, putting Australia ahead 2-1. China equalised via a penalty kick in the 26th minute after Mackenzie Arnold was involved in a penalty decision involving Zhong Linyang. Caitlin Torpey made a crucial 26th birthday performance, winning the ball on the edge of the box and setting up Kerr's goal. But not all outlets told the same story. Article 1, Guardian, states the match attendance was 35,170, while Article 6, Guardian, does not specify attendance but implies it was lower than expected due to timing issues. Article 2, Guardian, mentions China's midfielder Wang Shuang was suspended for this game, but this detail is not repeated in any other source. Article 5, ABC, describes Sam Kerr's goal as a volley blasted wide before correcting it to a brilliant goal, while Article 1, Guardian, describes it as a tight-angle shot across the line. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and SBS News. Story 3 of 4. Donald Trump delays China summit amid Iran war and Strait of Hormuz blockade. Donald Trump delays China summit amid Iran war and Strait of Hormuz blockade. All source articles are linked in the description below. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Donald Trump announced on March 2024 he requested delaying his March 31st summit with Xi Jinping by a month due to the Iran war. The US and Israel launched military strikes against Iran on February 28, 2024, marking the start of the current conflict. Iran has blocked the Strait of Hormuz since the war began, causing oil prices to rise and disrupting global energy supplies. Trump called on allies, including Britain, to send ships and minesweepers to clear the Strait of Hormuz, which they have largely refused. Trump stated Iran's missile attacks have targeted UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and Bahrain, countries hosting US military bases. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian reports Trump said, "I have to be here. I feel," as the reason for postponement, while ABC frames it as a strategic shift due to China's lack of cooperation on the strait. The Guardian quotes Trump calling Gulf states neutral or not friendly to Iran, while ABC describes them as Iran's bankers. The Guardian does not mention global economic disruptions, e.g., crematoriums, 4-day workweeks, caused by the strait closure, which ABC details. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Story 4 of 4. Japan's dominant Women's Asian Cup semi-final vs South Korea and its implications for the upcoming final against Australia's Matildas. Japan's dominant Women's Asian Cup semi-final vs South Korea and its implications for the upcoming final against Australia's Matildas. All source articles are linked in the description below. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Japan defeated South Korea 4-1 in the Women's Asian Cup semi-final at Stadium Australia in Sydney on Wednesday night. Japan had 64% to 74% possession during the match, 64% in Guardian, 74% in ABC. Japan completed 590 passes with 88% accuracy, Guardian, and 403 passes, ABC, against South Korea. Japan scored goals via Riko Uki, first, Mika Hameno, second, Saki Kumagai, third via corner, and Remina Chiba, fourth via counterattack. South Korea scored a consolation goal via Kang Chairim in the 78th minute, Guardian. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states Japan had 74% possession, while The Guardian states Japan had 64% possession. ABC mentions South Korea had 14 shots on goal, while The Guardian does not provide a shot count. ABC notes Japan had 12 shots conceded by South Korea, while The Guardian does not mention this statistic. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian. Subscribe to Media Fact Checker for daily Australian news analysis.